No. It's always this way.
It's always this
You
way.
ask that every time.
Every time. Hey everyone.
Hi.
So we're on chapter 14.
That's
Nikita. That's what they say. As far as we know.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, they were at the champagne tasting.
Yeah, and he didn't like champagne.
And cheese. We spoke about cheese.
A lot of cheese.
I don't remember.
Okay. 3 rounds of tasting have been completed, and I can feel it bubbling inside of me.
Guys, I want champagne.
I have the Bubbles energy drink, but that's not the champagne one, and you can't have champagne.
It doesn't want to more. It physically just...
Can I cut it off?
So we have grade 9 and more was spiky again. There was a piece, it was like just before we were going to school. Literally that morning. And she was like, I'm tired of this. And she just goes... And as it starts growing back, you just see this like... My mom used to say it. It's a Moore's one horn that decided to make an appearance.
I didn't cut it again after that though.
No, she didn't.
Then I started using clips.
Oh,
She, like, you always see her more with the one clip right.
never used clips.
We tried gel.
The worst part is that wasn't the first time I actually cut my own hair. I did it when I was in like grade 6.
The only issue is this time you decided to literally take a piece right here.
Yeah.
Right here. And just... Not a thin piece either. Like a thick.
This isn't how she does it properly. We know this, though. So we know this. Well, I shaved half my head off once.
Was that the plan?
Yeah, I did that too. And then I regretted the hell out of it.
Yeah, I had the full side shaving.
Yeah,
with
no,
the
I had the
pony.
undercut from like here.
Yeah.
It was because of my hair being so thick. I was done.
I was just being rebellious.
I know. Brandon still did it for me.
Aww.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised he agreed to it. I was like, oh, okay.
Great.
Nice.
Thanks. What's that?
And then I was angry that he
Did it?
agreed.
No, of course you would, though. What is that?
Oh dear. So my plan is if my doctor says I'm fine, I'm going to celebrate with champagne.
We're going to
So
bottle of champagne.
Yeah, on the 6th of February, if you guys get messages, weird kind of messages from me. That's what happened.
So weirder than normal.
Weirder than normal.
Okay, yeah. I was about
Okay,
to say...
but I don't understand. Why are we not celebrating with her?
I was also like, I thought...
6th of February is like a Thursday.
And your pointers?
No, actually, that's not the day that I'm filling in for Vanessa, so...
Yeah, it's a Thursday.
And I haven't started my course, and Theo's in school. I'm alone at home, so...
Okay.
Unless you want to be alone. Fun.
Who's even coming? I think my dad's coming with me. We'll get drunk with my dad.
No, just not the stuff I actually really do.
Melanie.
Calm down now. Calm yourself.
I'll
Relax.
call you mommy, it's not going to be in that way. Leave my dad alone.
It's not going to be in that way.
I got my own daddy. The father of my kids.
Okay.
I'm running off of like 3 hours sleep. Okay.
I'm not like 10 hours sleep. It doesn't help. It doesn't make a difference.
I'm also running off very low sleep. So it's okay. What's new?
It's only me with the youngest child has the most sleep out of all of us.
Yeah. Thanks for
I
that.
always bed like 8 yesterday and I woke up at 7 this morning.
Theo slept from like 4 to 8 and then from like 10 to like 9 this morning.
Then why didn't you sleep?
I couldn't. I was just struggling to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, donkey.
One of those days.
One of those weeks. Okay, we're doing this again now.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, are we going to get through a page again?
We are.
Are we? Okay, I'm checking. I'm just wondering. But champagne is a very good idea.
It's a good idea. As soon as
With
the doctors-
cheese.
I'm going to be like, what's that? Milk sickness?
The one that you have too little or too much?
No milk. If you have milk, you should have.
Lactose intolerant.
Yeah, after all this cheese we're talking about, I'm become lactose intolerant.
Never. Okay. 3 rounds of tasting have been completed, and I can feel it bubbling inside of me. It's a tasting with choices from various regions, letting us try the different champagnes of Italy, Spain, and France so far. The local Portuguese sparkling wines are up next, along with a couple of honourable mentions from New Zealand, South Africa, and another country I can't remember. I've been taking full advantage of the free drinks, great music, and surprisingly pleasant company. After moving through a few groups of people, I've already met most of Kenneth's groomsmen, as well as the bride, Brittany, who is way friendlier than her sister. The one person that is still nowhere in sight is Violet. I'm not nervous about seeing her, but I have taken notice of how Calvin keeps scanning the room, probably thinking he is doing it subtly, but it's anything but. The waiters bring out the next round of tastings as the volume of the music increases, turning this into a full-on beach party as we all watch the sun disappear on the horizon. Seeing the waiter approach with the next round has me bringing my current glass to my lips, downing what is left of it before the next round. Calvin's laughter buzzes from beside me. Easy there, princess. I wipe the corner of my mouth and put my glass down, not being able to stop a smile from forming. It's the kind of smile that will only make an appearance when there's alcohol in my system. I keep an eye on my intoxication scale, and it is well on its way up. Whoops! Calvin shakes his head and slides his newly filled glass over to my side, joining the one that I was given. He insisted on ordering his bourbon from the bar, which is why I am experiencing double of this tasting. I look at the glass. If not, why not?
So it was at Uncle Leon's party that one day. I had Vanna there, I had JP
You
there.
were just sipping everything.
JP was like, he doesn't drink the champagne. Vanna was like, he doesn't want to drink it. And Stephen wasn't drinking because he was driving. So there was like
was
4 or
like,
5 different
think-
types of champagne. Yeah, and my aunt was like, everyone had to have like, she had all the flavors. She had like the white one, she had the pink one, she had the red one. And I think there's another one, and I had to have 4 rounds of all of them. So by the time everyone else was just buzzing, I'm gone. After the fact, because JP never saw me drunk before then, so he's like, are you drunk? I'm like, yeah, champagne.
Knocks me.
I can have shots, I can have anything with champagne.
It's not good.
You can drink your champagne, I'll bring my bottle of wine that's in my cupboard.
And tequila.
Yeah, we're good to go. Actually, all 3 of those work. For me, at
We
least.
should mix them, see what happens.
We have mixed them and we've seen what happens
Champagne,
before.
wine, and tequila.
Not in one glass, but in one
No,
evening,
that's what I'm
yes.
saying. Mix them.
Not a chance!
Why?
Because the champagne is going to be way too sparkly, the tequila is going to be way too stark, and the wine's just not going to mix with
And
the
it's
2 of
a
them.
dark
tried it
red
before?
wine, hey? Like from 2019.
That's definitely not going to make
Keep it one. Keep it one.
Definitely
I'll bring our own
not.
one. We can try to that. Something that
It's
is evil.
the ladybug.
Jesus, Lord. You want to connect?
No, I'm good. Thank you though, I'm good.
You can keep your
It was
wine.
part of a wedding gift.
That's
It's just sitting in the
nice.
back of my cupboard.
That's nice.
I'll take it to the bowl.
Yeah, there you go. Do that one. Keep it away from my champagne.
And the tequila too. Just saying.
I don't trust your dodgy ass wine.
Hey, there's the passion fruit juice.
It's still in my fridge. I'm
Mm,
not
I
even to do
know.
with it.
I can't. Every time I reach for the milk, I kind of have to like. Every time I look at it, I just see green.
No.
Them bright green cupcakes were a bad idea.
Your cupcakes were amazing
They
though.
were.
On the note of cupcakes.
They really were.
On the note of that.
So bourbon.
Yes, bourbon. Double
Bourbon
the
cupcakes
taste.
sound good though. I've made something with brandy like that
I
before.
was just thinking Jack Daniels. Jack Daniels, oh yes.
Mixed it into like a chocolate ganache and put the chocolate ganache inside the,
I feel you there.
and
I
then
feel
made like
you.
a marshmallow.
Must be
icing.
nice to have chocolate.
And alcohol.
You can't even have chocolate because
Yeah.
I keep forgetting about that.
My
I've
cupcakes
got
for
some.
So
mine.
you're not allowed to have chocolate milk then?
You can have the cupcakes.
No, Stephen made mine red velvet and Ethan had vanilla and chocolate. So mine was red velvet and
Okay.
chocolate, and Ethan's
Yeah.
was vanilla and chocolate.
So
So I was still able.
Oh, that's sweet.
You know, I
the cake
noticed
afterwards as
the
well.
red velvet and because I was also like,
What
and I was
is
like,
it?
oh, I'm
That's
not
very-
gonna comment because it's red velvet. Okay.
That's very sweet, yeah. Okay, bourbon. Double of this tasting. I look at the glasses of sparkling pink red hue coloured bubbles, looking exactly like something I will enjoy. Mugarina is one of the prominent producers of sparkling wines in the country.
I sleep with my legs straight.
In the country.
And my shirt keeps rubbing against the...
We're rubbing shoulders.
No, it kind of sounds like I'm farting. Okay.
It's a weird noise. They'll put like a cow moo.
No. Never happened to the wolf.
I had to use a different one. That one conked out.
It wouldn't work. Oh. The guide starts to take us through the next explanation, but the reflection of the last of the sun on the horizon catches my eye, giving
You should
me...
have only arrived now. Sorry. I was looking at the time and I'm like...
I'm sorry.
I'm already halfway through the second page. Look at us go.
There we go. See? Doing it.
Achievers today.
And I've cooked 2 meals, actually.
I drove here.
You drive. That is a huge
It was the
achievement.
first time coming here by myself.
That is a huge
And
achievement.
I've only ever driven here twice. The first time was with the gender reveal to fetch you.
And then with them all the next time to come here for the something.
Stealing
or
a
other.
dress.
Stealing a dress.
Yeah, for the
For the
opening.
opening.
So back in October.
There you go. You see, well done. I probably wouldn't
So
have
you
been
take like
able...
6 month breaks.
Yeah, and I actually... Yeah.
Well done.
Done.
Pat on the back there.
Yeah.
Giving me a chance to soak it in before it disappears for the day. Calvin is chatting away to the man, Stuart, if I remember correctly, sitting next to him. And while I could have joined, I don't feel like discussing the stock exchange right now. Or ever. My gaze scans the room, observing the other guests. On the opposite end of the long table we are all seated at is the happy couple, deep in conversation with Paul, whom I had been forced to meet earlier, but only when they are next to each other. The resemblance between the 2 brothers is noticeable, but only when they are next to each other. While Kenneth's hair is an in-between blonde, brown colour, Paul crosses over into redhead territory. Both Kenneth and I was also like, yeah, how was that idiot posting on that festival? Did you, or did I delete it in time? The one that you liked, the Redhead Festival on Facebook?
Oh, I think you deleted
So
it.
did I delete it in time? Okay.
What happened?
A it was of a festival of redheads being celebrated in...
In Ireland,
I
they have
remember that,
a
yeah.
redhead festival
Right.
every year. I did not bump it, I promise. It's still fine. We're good.
Nothing happened. But then someone that I'm Facebook friends with replied, well, this is not a true fact for me. Redheads are violent, and went off on redheads.
So what's like a hair version of sexist?
Right? So I'm like...
Hairist.
That's like such a weird thing to...
Hair colorist.
I don't
Hair
know, like I know
colourist.
there's a lot of jokes about like blondes and shit, like, but like to have like such strong emotions
But
about
yeah.
that kind of hair.
Like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
And to also...
What redhead broke your heart?
Fair point. And I'm never going to ask this person that. But fair point. Fair point. Okay. Well, Kenneth's...
Yeah,
Yeah.
redhead territory.
Both Kenneth and Paul have freckles dusting across their cheeks, barely reaching the startling point of their beards. They are the same height, but Paul stands out. And I mean physically stands out, thanks to his rippling muscles through his chest, headed up over his shoulders and down his arms. His arms fall to the side with so much space between his forearm and torso, thanks to said muscles. Calvin was also right about the whole Paul being a major flirt thing.
If you look like that, I don't mind. Float away.
Carry on.
Go for it.
He's already tried to get me to have a drink with him numerous times, an activity I politely decline. I would much rather staple my nipples than engage in further conversations with that man. She's obviously not into BDSM.
No, you don't staple your nipples.
But you do clip them.
Yeah, sure, but staple them is a different thing.
Yeah, there's a difference between like getting them pierced.
Sexy.
I stood
Ow.
on staples like
Ow.
2 weeks ago, like properly, like had actually should have gone for stitches in my foot. but just
Didn't.
who got time and money for that?
Of course.
But yeah,
I know a guy who has a record for the amount of staples he had. You just don't
I
know.
was stupid once and was like, I wonder.
Never again.
Until I accidentally stood on like a whole fucking the whole like row that you put in.
And it was the other way around. No. But we shouldn't
Okay,
do
I
it
try and
now.
keep staples away from my body. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
But you're good with needles.
Very good with needles.
Yes, that's not the point.
It sounds very wrong if you take it out of context. You're okay with
And I have the
needles.
holes to prove it.
Yeah.
There's mine.
Your holes.
Oh, there we go. There's
Yeah, the
mine.
blood donation.
There's my one.
I need to go
I still want to go for plasma donation.
I say
I'm
that
finally
every
allowed to.
time.
I'm allowed to donate again.
You know, I was having the same conversation with Chris too about how I really missed this feeling like that gave, like I was enjoying the tattoo, especially when you did the training. It just felt very nice. And
I haven't had shading done yet, so I don't know.
No,
it doesn't hurt as much as the outlining and
It's more
But
therapeutic.
I like
scratching an itch,
Mm.
literally.
Like that the whole time.
Deeper than
the
your
next
skin
one
level
will
itch.
be a little bit of shading.
Yeah.
No, it really is.
So he was busy with that, and I was saying, I'm like, you know, I was very
You're not
excited
very
for the
much in the
tattoo.
frame, eh? Okay. I was just sorry. No, you are the frame.
I was sitting in a weird way.
No,
that
you can see my
Okay.
buttons are there, but you can
Oh,
still see it.
okay. Yes.
So I was talking to him and I'm like, you know, I've been terrified to go to donate blood for some unexplainable reason. I'm just too afraid to. Since
because of the last time.
no, because I donated after that. I donated like 4 or 5 times after that.
It might be because of having given birth, being in a hospital.
Yeah, my body's just like, because the other day I was still with Nathan and I was walking past and I was like, let me quickly go donate. And I was like,
No.
You were with Nathan?
that was still when we were setting up the shop and everything.
Oh.
Yeah. And we were
No, they
walking.
have it like in the parking lot, there by the pick and
Oh.
pay. And
Oh yeah.
they're right by me, the Ravenswood. And I was like, maybe I don't want to go alone. Because I haven't
with you.
been since.
If you go to the one in the mall, they have a coffee machine.
I'm very tempted, but I will not go to the mall by myself.
Yeah, I'll go with you. I just can't donate because for the life of me. It's a good thing I didn't though, you know, considering I had an underlying heart condition. Actually.
You can't.
Or you should have donated because they would have picked up on the heart condition and you would have then caught it earlier.
No, they don't take your pulse. That was my only indicators and my pulse was fine.
Oh yeah, they test the.
blood.
Yeah, they test, they
Never
take,
mind.
they don't take, again, your blood pressure, but my blood pressure is fine. It was just my pulse that was.
Not.
I did go get my cholesterol tested.
I've never done any of that shit. I've never done the gynecologist visit.
You have one full pap smear? You should go full pap smear.
No.
I need to go for my next one. I haven't
I've
been since
never been.
Arabella.
Really? I know I should.
She's just looking at us like,
What? At least I
not
don't
all of us
Pap
are on medical
smear.
aid more.
This skin does it for like $200.
And
Can I show you my bank account?
I'm sitting here and saying, can I show you what I have in my account?
Like, look,
I'm gifting you guys pap smears from now on.
Get yourself checked according to a mall.
I shall hunt you down for it.
When I say happy birthday and I'm taking you to a doctor's room, don't be surprised.
Yeah, no. She's
Well,
not.
no,
If you want to take me, please take me to a chiropractor.
Okay, they're a
Let
little
him
more
crack me like a
expensive.
glow stick.
They're like 2,000.
Actually, no. I went to a very high-end one in 4 ways.
What did you...
I paid my...
What kind of chiropractor are we talking about?
No, it was literally in Santon.
That doesn't change anything.
I'm saying that's why it's high-end, because it's like... What are they expecting? You're making me feel very awkward.
Look at that puppy dog face. I almost feel bad.
I think my like initial visit was like 1-2, and that was because
Yeah, initial
of...
visits for specialists are always more expensive. I don't understand it. But
And then it was like 600 for each visit after that. And
Boston is 200. That's like triple the amount I was willing to donate for
okay,
your
listen,
birthday.
please crack my back. I don't need you.
Yes, and the stapling on nipples. Right. Okay.
Oh.
I don't know, both.
I'll tell you what, I'll staple your nipples for you, free of charge.
I've got the piercings, remember? That's why I stopped talking.
Piercings and staples are two different things.
But when we went to that thing at...
Yeah.
Right. And they had all the...
room. Goes to room, stays in room, yeah?
But they had all the demonstrations.
Staples was not one of
It
them.
was.
No, it
It
wasn't.
was. The lady
No,
up on
it
stage that I ended up... Remember the one that I ended up actually unknowingly volunteering to do the show with?
Staples were not one of them.
Was!
It was not.
Do you have a stapler?
I don't
I
I felt like I had to
start-
say something.
We'll start with your hand. Let's take it from there. Your hand should be mostly dead anyway. If
I've got a proper crafting staple.
No,
use a
thanks.
normal stapler.
I'm good.
No, you want to do it. Let's do
okay.
it. If it goes kinky, we'll take
Or we
it
just
away.
we take the staple gun. You know the
Oh,
So we just-
no. Pull and... Can you not? Maybe.
You wanted it.
You wanted it.
I didn't.
We'll even do it the other way so that you have like a cross going through your nipple.
Then you get a magnet and you make me go.
Let me be sexy quickly. Look at this.
I can make it
Make
with
that shit
my hands.
You're on top of him. You're like, hold on, don't do anything. Look at this.
It's so bad.
Don't do that, you're gonna make me kick it.
I can make them jiggle without doing anything.
I could probably do the same.
Make sure to keep it top on with a long sleeve. You'll think of it. Like,
I want to go get them pierced just to try that out.
I've got both.
no, I just need to get nipples.
I didn't even know that.
No, one.
I didn't know that.
Wasn't it
Just
sore
like
though?
No. The third.
She got everything pierced.
It's just the belly ring that I haven't been
Yeah,
able to
we-
get right that gets infected every time we've gone.
I know that feeling.
Yeah, but that's
Mine
the
rejected and started trying to pull through.
And then I've still,
pregnancy.
yeah, and then you've got the scarring. Yeah, there's mine there as well. And I haven't tried since because I'm like, I'm
Fucking
not
belly
going to.
ring.
Yeah.
Mine was happy.
I gave
Yeah,
up.
yours
I was like,
was
I'm done.
I've also, this is my, I'm like, I don't know yet.
Nose ring back.
Don't do it.
I'm so tired of
I
spending
know the
the
money
money
for it.
piercings that I take out.
I want your tongue piercing back.
Mm.
Right?
I wish I could
Right.
convince Brandon to get his tongue pierced. I think he would suit it, but the thing is, he works with clients. So
I
don't
work
know
with
if he
clients.
No, but it's different settings. You're allowed to be creative. He has to still have that professional.
But you know what he can
He just shouldn't talk with his mouth open.
But not even that. He can also use the
And then
clear,
he thought
that's
like
also
that.
clear plastic
No,
one.
but I got caught for speaking normally, like the way I am now. And they
Yeah.
were like,
You've got a tongue ring.
"What is that?
I had mine in school. No one caught me. What did I do?
Your dad caught you because you were like, what's that?
A tongue ring.
What's what? The more.
But it was so funny because I still got that tongue ring. And I went home and I was starving and I had, what's that, chocolate Cocoa Pops? And it's hard as a rock, but I'm so hungry. My tongue's numb and it's
You're
sore
supposed to be
and I'm
having
like-
honest. Yeah.
And my dad's saying
I
that-
ate fizzes and steak.
I'll
But
tell you
it's-
my as well.
My dad's watching me and I'm eating it so slowly, one at a time. My dad's like, what's going on? No food.
And then she's sitting there, I think
I
she
was with you
almost
when I got mine then.
like 2 days or something. She's sitting with a cup of coffee. Maud? What's that?
Nothing.
Nothing.
What?
Nothing at all.
Maud. And I'm just sitting there like, with my own cup of coffee, with my own tongue ring. The butt birds.
also didn't know about.
No, my mum as well. My mum didn't know either, and we went and had to have hot dogs by my grandparents.
I did it while I was in Durban.
I went to the flea market to supposedly get a gift.
You met my family from Durban, my grandparents. I was at their house, and my ex-boyfriend took me.
Best part is my dad saw my tattoo the other day. Because I didn't hide it. It was in the place where I'm like, what's what I'm going to do now? So I don't hide it, and he picks me up, his birthday. He picks me up. He's like, what's that? So I'm like, no, I just got a new tattoo. He's like, that's your last one. What are you going to do about it?
Like, no.
It's really not, though.
Like, Dad, that's not how it works. And he's like, you're not old enough for I am. Like, I'm probably not
planned
going
my
to
next
catch me
two.
first.
My next 3.
I've got my next one at least planned. Although the Alice in Wonderland one, I think, did I send it to you as well? I don't think so. The one that I sent it to you, and I said tattoo earlier. It was on birthday, so you might have missed
I'm
it.
probably going to hate myself for the next one.
Is it a big one?
Sort of.
That's what she
Placements.
asked. And placements also what she asked.
I wanted here.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, it's not that bad. Yeah, no.
Bony.
My next tattoo is coming from, where did we say? Here from my boob all the way up.
I wanna-
also still on there.
Started from here and then maybe eventually go all the way down my back and then stop it here.
Closer, you don't have
I
it
just
here.
jingle it in with your
That one.
I just jingle it in with your
Jingle, jingle, jingle.
Because I've changed the thigh tattoo. And I think that's what I'm going to keep.
Your focus.
You have to keep something because you kind of got tattoos, so you have to, you know. I'm just saying,
I want, you know, the cherry blossom flowers? I want that green. I'm tempted to get it from, like, green from, like, the starting point of my collarbone there, and then...
an ex-friend of mine had the tree of life with cherry blossoms and everything.
Oh, that sounds like a good idea.
From here all the way up to...
I wanted to get wording going, like, literally up my spine. But people
No.
told me it hurts like hell.
You
I
yeah.
am a pussy. I'll
But
use
mine-
numbing cream.
Mine didn't hurt by the spine piece. It hurts when I
Also
covered it
you
up
don't-
3 fucking times.
That's your own fault.
It wasn't. It was actually Mandy's fault.
Sorry, no?
Because you knew Rico, who knew the dodgiest tattoo artist who comes to your house.
But that's Rico's
You
fault.
paid for it.
She was my friend.
You came to his house.
That's-
I would have
you-
paid anyone. I was following you.
I wasn't the one who said. Rico was the one like, I know someone.
But I was your
And
friend.
Dylan was like, yeah. And then you were like, yeah. And Mel was just sitting there like,
Okay.
It took me like 10 minutes to decide on a tattoo.
this is fucking
insane.
sketchy. And then we're sitting there. And poor little Dylan is just like,
Shame he wasn't so much pain. Friend, he got his over here. Like right there.
literally on that hip bone. And the tattoo was like, oh, your skin's not taking the ink.
Oh no! I'll show you ink. Red ink.
He was like, no, I'm not.
At the work. I want to imagine tattoos with everyone.
Just not with... You see, I'm very much not with a partner.
Once I got
Not a name.
married,
I would've
I will
loved-
never do a name.
Yeah, not a name.
I would have loved to get matching tattoos with every guy I dated. That's like one thing I can't cross someone because no one's they're not gonna fall for it a second time.
No.
Back to all my exes and they're like, do you wanna get a tattoo? They're not gonna fall for it this time.
They're not.
We'll go get a tattoo eventually.
I love matching tattoos.
We'll get coffee cups, the 3 of us.
Aww.
And a book.
Aww.
Little coffee, but they each look the same, basically.
I like that.
I actually like that idea.
I like that. Actually.
And I.
Yeah. Yeah. Where are we? Again. There we are.
That sentence down from the novels.
I randomly started getting a bunch of people following me on Instagram. I just out of the blue, my Instagram's been quiet. And now today, that's like the 4th in the last like half an hour.
Not a bad thing.
No, that's a bad thing. I decline them.
Make your
If I don't
profile
know you,
private.
it's private.
No.
Yeah, no,
Sorry, that
that's
was
why I
me.
decline.
I warned you.
That's why my legs were staying up here.
I warned her though. Right. Nipples.
Actually, my hand rests on the back of
I'm
Calvin's
getting
chair.
there. My hands rest on the back of Calvin's chair. He leans back, but still remains inches from my fingertips. A movement in the distance of my peripherals catches my attention, and I turn to see Violet walking through the restaurant.
Finally, we meet the bitch.
Dun, dun,
Because
dun.
yeah, this is where I was, so I was more than
Let's see.
happening.
Violet.
This bitch.
Is it still fine? Yeah. She looks exactly as she did in the images that Calvin had shown me. I can't remember her face from that one time where I apparently met her. Either she isn't much worth remembering, or that did not happen because I didn't recognize the photos at first. Seeing her now in person still doesn't unlock any memory of her. She doesn't walk across the room. She glides with a fresh aura of sophistication.
Yeah.
Her
I'm a
deep...
klutz, I'm clumsy.
So am I, but the best people are.
Mm-hmm.
Her deep blonde hair brushes just above her shoulders, shaping her face on either side. The last time I saw this many blondes in one room, I was walking down the Barbie aisle when I was 8. Even the sleeveless lilac dress, wrapped around her tall, overly tanned frame, makes me think she resembles a doll more than a real person. She struts towards a couple at the end of the table as I shift my chair closer to Calvin's, brushing my fingertips against his back. He turns to face me, and I use this as the moment to step into character, while still keeping tabs on Violet's movements. I lift my hand, curling my fingers around the back of his neck, slowly dragging my nails against his skin. Don't move. He immediately tries to look around, but I stop him. You're terrible at following instructions, I say with amusement in my voice. His dark eyes find mine, a flash of intrigue in them. Is she here? You bet. My hand disappears into his hair, leaning closer to invade his personal space, and careful to be out of earshot of anyone. His eyes widen slightly with realization, and I use my hand already in his hair to keep him from moving.
That's convenient.
That's clever.
Mm-hmm.
I quickly glance in Violet's direction, who is in the distance behind Calvin. Her attention snaps towards us, and my eyes jump back to Calvin's. She's looking this way. She is. Can I turn? No way, I scoff, as if that wouldn't be obvious. Violet moves around the table, greeting people along the way before heading in our direction. I reach for Calvin's hand and place it on my thigh, brushing up against the bottom of my dress. His eyes jump to the contact between us, the feeling of his warm skin seeping beneath mine. It's PDA time, Rose. His hand, PDA. His hand relaxes against my leg as he starts to slide it further down my bare skin to find a new spot over my knee. My breath catches in my throat at this, and I only realize afterwards that I need to exhale. What the hell was that? There's no time to ponder on that thought as Violet stops by us, her hand reaching out for Calvin's shoulder. Her eyes drop to where his hand rests on my leg before she snaps her gaze towards him. Hey, Cal! Calvin gets to his feet, his hand leaving my skin. This action annoys me. Why is he leaping out of his chair so desperately? Get a grip. He rubs the back of his neck nervously. Hey, Violet, it's good to see you. She leans in for a hug, wrapping her arms around his Right. I missed the shop.
Yeah.
Right. I should have just gone and fetched the keys.
Like, I don't mind,
Like it works.
but I missed the shop. Right.
We don't like change.
No.
It's the tism.
Okay, the tism, yes, Violet. Bitchy person. No, yeah, leans in for a hug.
Oh, you're safe. You're saying, let me know. Okay. There you go.
Oh, yes.
Much better.
Oh, my day is made.
Yeah, tickle mania over here. Where's the candles?
There was the candle. That candles are a lighter, so we've got a flashlight.
My light is up there. You're not getting us. There you go. Right. He rubs the back of his neck nervously. Hey, no, not for my liking. She breathes him in, exhaling a quick, satisfied sigh.
Justice.
Yeah, no,
I have a
hey?
fistful of blonde hair by now.
Right?
It's
Not.
nice wrapped around your asshole.
You have a stick up there. I need to remove it, but I'm going to use your hair to do so.
Yeah,
Just, you know. A quick, satisfied sigh. Not in an overtly sexual way, but more in the way that she suggests there's some longing. I bring myself to my feet. Hi. Violet pulls away, her gaze falling over me as a smile forms. Oh, hi, I'm Violet, extending her hands to me. We've actually met before. I shake her hand quickly, plastering a fake smile on my lips as my role demands. We have? I nod. At my brother's birthday a couple years ago. Really? Her brows raise. Who's your brother? It doesn't surprise me that she didn't remember Jay, but then again, I can't judge because I don't remember her either. Jada Silver. She pauses in thought. I'm sorry.
it's been a while.
It's been a while. Her eyes narrowing as she pulls at her lips. Doesn't ring a bell. You know, JV. Oh, I'd hit him as well. One shot.
Do you want me to just leave? You guys can have
You
fun.
can have fun.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be Val?
No, that's definitely
Violet, I
No,
suppose.
V.
Depends on what she, yeah.
Yeah,
V
depending
or
on
Vi.
what. Yeah.
You know JV, sorry. Calvin jumps in. One of my best friends from college, the sports journalist. Oh, that Jay, her eyes widened. But I will bet my non-existent salary that she still doesn't remember him. Her hand rests on Calvin's arm, that overly sweet demeanor making an appearance again. Hang on. You know me. Sometimes my memory needs to be jogged a little.
I know it needs to be jogged a little. It's not your memory.
Not your memory, but
It's your head with a chair.
Yeah.
or a hammer.
Yeah.
Calvin and my
Both.
brother.
Or both.
Yeah.
Or both.
One from each side.
And then one from the bottom up.
Yeah, just.
One more shot. One more shot. Calvin and my brother have been friends for over a decade. Good friends. The best, actually. And the fact that Violet can't recall Jay just proves how far removed Calvin had been from him. I now understand a little more why he and Mario didn't want Calvin to come alone. Jog my memory of your name again, Violet asks, that fake smile sinking further into her face, exuding an unmissable passive-aggressive energy. Oh, bring it. No problem. Oof, this woman. Nikita. Nikita, she repeats after me while dropping her hand from Calvin's arm, her blue doe eyes on me now as she presents the illusion of innocence and sweetness. Spanish? Portuguese. That's lovely, she exclaims. I used to take Spanish lessons back in high school. That's nice. Thankfully, she turns back to Calvin because there is no stopping the confusion pulling on my face. I heard you had bought a date, Carl. That's great. Really? Couldn't leave my girlfriend behind. This man is a terrible actor.
We couldn't leave my girlfriend behind. Pretty sure that's how that sentence went.
Sorry. Try that again. Couldn't leave my girlfriend behind.
The pause
The pause
is important.
is important. This
Context.
This man is a terrible actor. He'd miss me too much. I jump in, tossing my head back in that fake small talk laughter that I can't stand as I slip my hand into Calvin's, leaning into him. Although she boasts a bigger smile, there is a shift in Violet's demeanor. You guys are adorable. She clasped her hands together, her small bag resting between her arm and body as her
Shouldn't
eyes.
stand near a heater. Plastic melts.
It does, doesn't it, eh? As her eyes jump to Calvin's. I'm happy for you, honey. There's not a drop of sincerity in her words. I watch as Calvin falls victim to her. He clears his throat. Thanks, Vi.
No. More.
It
Better.
does though.
My boobs look amazing.
There you go.
Good team.
Almost.
Oh.
What kind of video are you shooting?
OnlyFans.
You said you collab with me anytime.
You know.
You said we're going anytime, but that kind of time.
But I got nothing. You
This
know.
is ketchup.
Ma'am, we need you to just, ma'am.
Did we get her comments? This is ketchup.
This is ketchup packet.
You gotta wait a little while. I can watch.
Guys, same thing applies. Stop.
Hey, woman.
Thanks. Thanks, Vi. This time, he's the one to reach out and give her arm a squeeze. And you look great, as always.
I would have.
You know,
Yeah.
one shot. One shot. I turn towards the table, glancing down to release the eye roll, begging to make an appearance. If this is going to work at all, Calvin is going to need to climb out of her ass. Then launch into a catch-up, and I find myself observing the way they move with each other. There is a clear familiarity between them. Calvin hangs on her every word. This man clearly forgets that it's the reason I'm here in the first place. She uses ample opportunities to touch him in some way, and no matter how brief, I notice them, women always do, just putting that out there.
Mm-hmm.
People watching
I was moving from the fly.
is one of my favorite hobbies, and the dynamic between these two is as clear as day. The question is, why? Why is she showing so much interest in the man that she dumped? Well, yo, what's her agenda?
Mm-hmm.
What do you do, Nikita?
She's there
Violet
with another
asks.
woman. Because he's there with another woman.
Yeah. Violet asks, dragging me into the conversation. There's nothing I hate more than small talk. It's one of the major cons of my profession. But thankfully, I've had enough practice to step into these conversations without thinking. I'm a flight attendant. Wow. Her eyes widen disingenuously. We do all love our sky waitresses. Waitresses, yeah. She laughs, reaching out and giving my arm a squeeze as her attempt at offending me sinks deep into my stomach. This bitch. It's proving difficult to be the one that doesn't give in to that kind of energy. I have to fight the part of me that wants to tell her off in every combination possible. We've all been there.
Rip it, baby girl.
Right.
Go.
Let it go. You'll feel better.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck the wedding.
You'll feel better. You will.
What's a wedding without drama? My wedding was very boring. There was no drama.
All you had to do was ask.
We could have
Did you
supplied,
see
you
how
know.
Cole was looking?
Huh?
Did you see how Cole was looking?
Yeah.
I could have caused some drama.
I was gonna cause some drama.
No, you're not.
You're not allowed.
It's like a drama at your own wedding, Melanie.
No.
Aww.
That's why you had bridesmaids
Plot twist.
and friends and
The biggest plot twist.
Stephen.
And Stephen. Okay.
He would distract my dad.
Okay, I thought there were gonna be some other things in the bathroom happening.
Anyway.
Cole and Stephen. That seems like a weird combo. No, that was a fine combo. Cole and Stephen's a weird combo.
Maximum. Okay, wait. This bitch. Okay, Calvin looks over at me, and for a moment, I think he's about to say something about her comment, but he remains silent. I'm not sure what is holding his skeleton up, since the man is spineless. I join with my own fake laugh, the one I have spent years perfecting, refusing to give her the satisfactions she is so desperately seeking. What is it that you do, Violet? I'm a real estate agent, I know that, yeah. Violet works under Brittany's father's company, Calvin starts to explain, as I lean past to grab my glass of champagne and throw it in his face. Cutting him off and making it abundantly clear that was not, this is the line, not the throwing it in the face part.
That's what we would have done.
That's what we would, oh, definitely.
I would have
Yeah.
thrown it in her face.
I would have been half and half.
I was
Half
about
for
to say.
you and half for him.
And now you two
because-
can have some champagne, babies. I'm
Yes,
leaving.
I'm out of here.
Oi.
Yes.
And then take the rest of the champagne with you.
And they can afford 2 bottles to at least go, not just one.
Actually, yeah, one for each hand.
You gotta have. You gotta.
No,
you
I
gotta.
take 3.
I
You
don't
see me
think
carry a
alone.
Pringles package. You put one here, you put one here, you
You
put
want
one
one
here,
here?
you got one
I know,
here, you got
I
one
know.
here, you put in the pants.
I know.
I'll make
We're
up
good
for
to
it.
I was
go.
with you the one day at Macro.
Me and my Pringles back then, holy crap.
Oh, we don't need a basket.
Think we might.
Guys and bars like
10. I bought like 10. Everyone was carrying and I had one everywhere.
yep.
Cutting him off and making it abundantly clear that I don't care. I need to get another round of this. I sip on the drink, allowing the semi-sweet taste to coat my tongue. I think this has got to be my favourite. I lift Calvin's drink to offer it to Violet, who shakes her head. I don't drink. I lift Calvin's drink. V's not big on alcohol. Violet can talk for herself, I mutter low through my teeth with a smile on my face, trying to mask it as a joke, but also hoping Calvin would get the message I'm sending his way. But men are idiots.
And he's a big idiot.
This guy is fucked. Violet appears to have wound herself so tightly around him that she has the power to call him back at will. Excuse me. And he'd go running. I find it truly fascinating, considering I can barely find one thing about this woman that I can liken to a trait that might be worth being interested in her for. Violet lets out a soft chuckle. Carl's right. It all tastes terrible to me. More for me. I down the rest of it before placing my glass down. Hate to cut the conversation short, Vi. I adopt the nickname disingenuously. But I need to steal this one over here. I grab Calvin's hand, not bothering to give him a choice in whether or not he's coming with me. The sheer force of my grip on him snaps his attention back to me before he offers an apologetic smile to her. This only makes me want to knock him over his head. Slipping my fingers between his, I pull him back inside to where the main bar is. Where are we going? He asks with a flicker of irritation in his voice.
Really, is this way? You wanna go this way?
You want him? I stop at the end of the bar, careful to stand close to him, but revealing I'm a bit too close as my leg brushes up against his. Right here, I make sure to have him standing with his back to the party so I can be on the lookout. Violet is standing with Brittany now, her attention in no way in our direction. I use that as an opportunity to shove Calvin's shoulder. What the hell is wrong with you?
That felt good.
Right? Ow! His hand flies up to his shoulder. My eyes roll at how dramatic he is.
Yeah.
What was that for? You looked as if you were ready to eat the crumbs at Violet's feet. He scoffs and straightens up. I did not. I can see what my brother and Mario were concerned. She has you wrapped around her finger. I make a circular motion.
Don't do that.
I make a circular motion around my pinky before I notice Violet looking in our direction. She does not. I look at him, dumbfounded by his sheer oblivion. She absolutely does. You just don't want to admit that to yourself. You can do so much better than her. Since when is she not nice?
The nice
That
one,
again.
yeah.
Since when is she so nice to him? You don't even know her, he mutters defensively. That one interaction was enough, thanks. I respond dryly to his reply. It baffles me how Calvin can be friends with someone like my brother, a down-to-earth, caring, downright good guy, and then also be friends with the current crowd we are surrounded by. The pretentious, entitled, pompous energy emanating from everyone here is palpable in the air, and even though Calvin isn't my favorite person, I can recognize he has some questionable traits himself. He seems out of place amongst the crowd. If I wanted your opinion on Violet and I'd ask you. It's clear that I've struck a nerve, and if I'd been a little more sober, I might have thought twice about my response. There's no Violet and you, Calvin. His eyes turn into a full-on glare at me right as I notice Violet looking in our direction, prompting me to step forward. His lips closing as I do. his sentence ceasing to exist. She's looking. Even though I'm becoming increasingly frustrated with him, there are people around, and with Violet looking this way, we have to remain in character. Is this something you're going to do every time she looks this way? He asks, his voice dropping low.
Yes, sis, I'd leave.
Mm-hmm.
I'd leave him there and I'd go back to the room and I'd lock him out. I'd tell them, this guy, we came here and he's abusing me. Don't even come here, call security.
Yeah.
Go find someone else, leave me alone.
Very
Be
nice.
just as dramatic.
Damn,
as
be
he
the whole
is.
wedding, damn, I don't care. Not my party.
I'm not paying for anything.
Yeah, and you can't
Exactly.
kick me out now that I'm ready, yeah, so that's all.
Exactly. Pretty sure that's the whole reason I'm here in the first place. Champagne pulses through me, and my heart beats rapidly against the walls of my chest. Invading Calvin's space is foreign and unusual, but also captivating enough for me to continue. His fresh cologne invades my senses, taking me by surprise at just how intoxicating it is. You smell good, I blurt out, reprimanding my tongue for going rogue. Oh, he raises an amused brow. This is the same cologne you complained about. This guy doesn't get it. Why them now? Oh, yeah,
Men.
Men, yes.
Boys.
This is men, exactly, fair point.
That's a boy.
I slowly slide my hand further up his chest, only because I was choking on it. My eyes jump to meet his. That's not the kind of thing you want a woman choking on.
So very fair.
That's a fair point.
Nice.
Fair. Am I flirting with Calvin? Yes. Do I know why?
Not a fucking clue.
No. What should they be choking on then, Nikita?
Ooh.
Hey,
He's
hey.
flirting with me too. I pull at the inside of my bottom lip, the alcohol in my system turning my thoughts dirty. And with Calvin brushing up against me, he is starting to get tangled up in them. My eyes dropped down to his lips, noticing them for the first time. Full, smooth-looking lips that have me wondering what he will taste like. I shake my thoughts away, remaining where I am, but switching the conversation back to the original one at hand. Why her? His eyes narrow with confusion. Violet? Why her? He opens his mouth to respond, but quickly closes it. I can see the thoughts turning in his eyes. I wonder if part of his connection with her is familiarity. Calvin doesn't strike me as the kind of person who welcomes change. I feel Violet's eyes on us again, prompting my response. While you think about that, we can show her what she's missing. The ball is in Violet's court right now, but I'd seen a crack in her demeanor when she realized that Calvin's with someone else. There is jealousy there, even though she tries to mask it through her duplicitous happiness for him. Is this us trying to make her jealous? His tongue peeks out, running over his bottom lip, pulling my gaze toward it before I realize what I'm doing. My eyes lifted to meet his, only to find he's already looking at me. Yes. My fingers lightly graze the top of his collar. You can't tell me that a part of you wouldn't get great satisfaction from it. His eyes blaze with intrigue, and there is a spark of electricity in the air, an unexpected breeze of tension surrounding us. I feel his hand slip around my waist, my eyes dipping before reaching him as I welcome his touch. Why does that feel so good? Why in the hell is there a buzz of attraction between us? No, I can't be attracted to Calvin. It has to be the champagne.
Yeah.
That's enough alcohol for the evening.
No, it's not nearly enough. Keep drinking.
Go,
Keep
carry on,
drinking.
carry on drinking.
Well, that was chapter 14.
That was, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
And that's the end of our book, Rock Bottom. If you guys would like to read some more, we do offer our subscription packages in store. And you can WhatsApp us, email us, or have a look at the website. Thanks so much, guys.
And DM on Facebook.
Yeah.
And that one.